that you own, your keys, your chair, even your own bones, is really a huge temporary alliance, a team up of trillions of atoms that were made inside a star a long time ago and have been through billions of years of history. And unlike solid single place objects they make up, those atoms are strange shapeshifter that travel down two different paths at the same time instead of picking just one. Following quantum rules that are so unbelievably accurate that they quietly run your phone's chips, make the sun shine, hold your bones together, and explain all of chemistry, periodic table. Yet somehow, none of that at two places once witnessed ever shows up in the real big world that we actually live in. And that mismatch, that strangeness is what drove Erwin Schrödinger come up with a thought experiment that that that's just a cat locked in a box hooked up to a randomly decaying atom. So until someone actually opens the box, that cat is, according to the theory itself, is both dead and alive at once. He meant he meant this as proof that something didn't add up, but instead most physicists just brushed it off, claiming that the simply looking inside the box is what drove forces, it what drove reality to pick an answer. Inside a closed box is so they think that looking inside a closed box is a question that scientists shouldn't be bothered with. Einstein, of course, argued with Niels Bohr about this for years. Even though retellings, most retellings say that Bohr won the fight, the argument, that just calculate and don't ask questions attitude that they came up is never actually solved the real problem. Because a theory that makes perfect predictions but won't say what's actually real is quietly leaving a hole in our understanding of science. Science was never about just crunching numbers. It's how nature works. Galileo pointed his telescope at Jupiter because he already believed that it circled the sun. Nobody thought to check if gravity bends starlight until Einstein's theory told them to look at. Eventually, these scientific stories spread beyond the lab and changed how humans see themselves and their place in the universe. The same way the discovery of that we are not the center of everything and Darwin's theory of evolution and the Big Bang. So quantum physics still not finishing its own story, even 100 years later, is is not just a small technical detail. It's a real failure tied to bigger problems, like scientists not talking to each other across fields, or money corrupting research. And it matters to everyone living in the real world that quantum physics hasn't completely reshaped